conventional vehicles into the electric vehicles, e-mobility technology. Well, you can see by picture, we're able to see a e-cycle, e-bicycle, you can say, which is run on battery and a simple motor with the maximum speed of 20 kilometers per hour to 40 kilometers per hour. So, and a three-wheeler car, a single man with a single passenger, you can say. And then one SUV, a sport utility vehicle, where it is having a capability of with the maximum speed of 100 kilometers per hour and a drive range of 300 kilometers for a single charge. So coming to the all these applications, based on the applications and the transportation methodology. So we can say in airways. In airways also we're using the e propulsion, and also in ships we use the e propulsion system, or you can say e powertrains and two wheelers. So nowadays most probably you can see the two wheelers e bikes. So in India, lot of manufacturers are putting more investments for developing the e-bikes based on their durability and easy to control. And the only here the problem facing in the e vehicles is the charging system. So it is required to concentrate more on charging facility also. Still, it is in developing state in India, but whereas in compared to in foreign countries, Netherlands and all those, you can say a lot of infrastructure is designed and implemented for a charging facility. And here, in case of charging also, we have two kinds of charging system. One is AC charging and DC charging. So if there is AC charging, it may have single phase supply that can use from household plug-in. So anyone can charge their own vehicle at their household purpose premises only. Like they just kept charging with the single phase supply power plug, and they can leave for 3 to 4 hours. After then, they can use for a drive range of 40 kilometers. So here, based on the motor capacity and battery capacity, the drive range, and the charging time is more varying with respect to each vehicle configuration. So based on this, we can go to the next slide. So the reason why we need to go for EV. So can see the first most important thing is that reduce the dependency on imported fuel. So nowadays a common man is facing a lot of issue for putting a lot of money for a consumption of fuel at petrol pumps. Like you can see day by day, in a month or in a span of week, the price for unit, or you can say the liter of petrol or diesel is increasing day by day. So not only this, we can say that fossil fuels are exported, sorry, you can say imported from other countries with a lot of investments. So the Indian economy is more has a more impact on this imported fuel barrels. So that is another case. And the most important consideration why the Indian government is making the people to attract towards the choice of electric vehicle for by providing all some subsidies and financial fundings and all those things to reduce the pollution. You can see the example the Delhi, the metropolitan city, where would have seen high population. The people are not able to breathe properly because of this hazardous gases evolved into the atmosphere, and the children, the old age people are getting more affected by these hazardous gases. So to reduce that, it is mandate make a regulation that all metropolitan cities they has to transfer their conventional IC engine vehicles into the zero tailpipe pollution vehicles like electric vehicles. Here in electric vehicles, we are not using any IC engines in the pure electric vehicle. So next one is reducing the CO2 emissions. So as we use the IC engines, maybe the petrol or diesel based engines, they ex- exit the carbon monoxides and carbon dioxide gases into the atmosphere, which are more hazardous for the human survival. So by using these electric vehicles, we can also reduce the amount of carbon dioxide emissions. Another one is energy efficiency. So as compared to the conventional vehicle, the electric vehicles are more energy efficient. So why? The reason why is that the IC engine is having the efficiency of about 30 to 40%, the conformation efficiency, the fuel input to the kinetic energy output or mechanical output, you can say. But whereas the electric motor has an higher efficiency of 95 to 98%. So there most difference is there. We can see in the case of energy efficiency and the overall energy transmission efficiency from wheel to wheel. We can say well to wheel is also more in case of electric vehicles that we can see in detail with the examples and the comparison tables and all those things. And the next point is energy integration with non-conventional energy sources. So we know nowadays we are going to see a lot of advancements have been made in the solar cell manufacturing technology, like polymers, solar cell polymers. So that with the higher efficiency of 20 to 30% now, the energy conversion from solar light to electric energy. So with the invention of solar power plants and wind mills, the dependency on the conventional energy sources like coal and fossil fuels is going to be reduced. So for this, in case of electric vehicles, we can charge the battery of the electric vehicle with the help of PV charging stations, the solar charging stations. So PV is a photovoltaic cells. So we use photovoltaic array with the capacity of 100 kilowatt, 1 megawatt. So based on the requirement, we can do on grid charging and off grid charging. Off grid charging means we are not going to integrate the vehicle into the grid, just simply at the parking station, we can install the PV system over the charging, sorry, over the parking roofs. Then we can make the charging of the vehicles at that point itself only. You can say that is off-grid charging system. So whereas if you plug into the household supply, where the household supplies is coming through the service mains, substations, and from the generating stations under the grid. So there we have a little impact for the energy demands over the generating stations. To reduce that impact, we are again have another solution. We need to go into further non-conventional energy sources for charging the electric vehicle batteries. And then last but one is changing ownership patterns. So here you can see that as the Indian government is providing no tax over the vehicles and no registration is required. So anyone can transfer their ownership to anyone easily by purchasing the new vehicles. And then last one is autonomous futuristic connected system. So in future, not now, in future, after some years, we can see the vehicle run with unmanned system. So it automatically get driven. Simply we call it autonomous system, unmanned vehicles. So by just keeping the track, the destination and the arrival, the vehicle itself carry the passengers to the destination point without driver. Simply can say without driver. So nobody can see some kind of advanced vehicles, autonomous vehicles for some part, but not in a full-fledged manner. Yeah, thank you. We'll go in detail one by one for further sessions. Good day. Thank you all.